Hey everybody, welcome to my usual me. Welcome back to Life is Feudal, the MMO. Yesterday they put in a patch that I didn't cover because they wanted to wait. There were some things that were broken, and they said they were going to fix it today in the hot fix. Hopefully they did. We're going to see. We're going to go in and test it in a little bit. Not in this video, but I'm going to go in and I haven't been in game yet today, so we're going to go in and check it out. So we have new features and tweaks. Repairability is now allowed during Judgment Hour. We also plan to implement that repairs will not be available if there is a burning level 3 outpost present in a neighboring fief. Combat tweaks. There's a lot of combat tweaks because they're still balancing this stuff, guys. So bear with them. Melee parry against a normal hit. It will no longer provide stun to the attacker. Successful parry decreases the attacker's soft stamina by 30 points. Successful parry removes possibilities of a wound, fracture, or stun for the one who has parried. Parry drops the attacker's combo only on the second hit. So if the first hit was parried, the attacker can still continue the combo. So you got to kind of time that, right? No wound, bleeding, or fracture can be received from a hit with less than 5 damage. Now, there's a bunch of weapons that made a bunch of tweaks. I'm not going to go through all this, but you can pause this if you need to. The Nordic Sword got some changes. The Ghost Macer got some changes. The War Axe, the Maul, the Spear, the Boar Spear, all Pike, all of those got changes, guys. So there's right there. Pause that if you need to. Just in case, it's not very much of a tweak, but it's a little bit of a tweak. Also, the Heavy Crossbow got a change. Beehives can now be built with any hammer. Any thick or thin leather should be available in simple recipes. Fixed pregnant animals' age. Now they will not change the type to the old animal until they gave birth. That must have been horrible for people trying to breed horses because, you get halfway through it, all of a sudden, oh, you have an old horse. Day ticks over, and now your animal will never give birth. No more 60 level skill limitation for getting XP while hitting the training dummy and archery target. Also, the training dummy was broken. That was the big thing I was waiting on because when you were hitting the dummy, it wasn't giving you the proper amount of XP. So hopefully they fix that today. That's the one I'm looking for. Updated the mill outpost crops production list. Newly harvested crops can also be used as food in stables. Outposts should now have, in other words, guys, it looks like we're going to be able to do more than just apples or seeds. So hopefully these crops are going to be able to be used as food, just in case you're not able to gather flax seeds for a certain amount of time. Outposts should now have correct production rate depending on their level. Level 3 outposts will now have full production rate. Level 2 outposts roughly half the production rate, and level 1 outposts a quarter of the normal production rate. Outposts that are being upgraded should now be properly accessible for interaction, their support, and general management. War horses can now be trained from quality 30 horses. Spirited, hardy, and other types of specialized war horses can be trained out of quality 40 horses. Special protected lands starting villages, native camps, and GM islands, etc. have another color now. Yeah, I noticed they changed the color a little bit. Slight visual updates for the newbie island environment. I haven't been over there recently, so I don't know what it looks different now, I guess. Hunger bar will always be visible now. It was causing some confusion among new players. Oh my god, I ate some food and my bar disappeared. My game is broken. Added Mammon Sokol NPC to the southeastern Godin Land starting village in order to honor the real-life death of one of our strongest game fans and supporters. And I haven't seen this character, but does he say anything? Does he do anything? I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comment section below if this NPC does anything, or if he's just some random wanderer that just kind of aimlessly floats about in the afterlife. Implemented proper visuals for level 2 and 3 outposts that are being upgraded. Bug fixes and optimizations. Fixed a skill leveling bug where some users could not level up their skill after it was dropped to 0 upon death. Fix the bug where the visual XP pool was not full, but the game would not allow any more XP. Fief-related access rights should work properly now after a client reconnect. Fix a problem we had with the Pacific time zone in Judgment Hour. Fix the breeding tick duration. Now it should be equal to the game day. Boosters should keep on working after crossing server borders. Animals should no longer randomly die or lose quality from incorrect breeding tick durations. Gems should no longer be dropped while gathering crops. There was a big thing where in barley, people were barley or wheat. I forget which one it was, but they were harvesting domestic barley or domestic wheat, and for some reason they were getting cracked gems instead, which was a pain in the butt. Fix gathering crop quest. Fix window automatic closure while moving or splitting items in a stack. Cancel button in the character customization screen should now work properly, and fix a client crash related to a landslide effect when disconnecting. All right, those are all the patch notes, guys. Some of that stuff was broken, some of it is, and it should be fixed today. However, upon fixing things, they broke something else. And let's go ahead and get on into it. Today at 9 a.m. my time, Bobik says, we ask you to please refrain from using your horses to travel between server node borders. There's a high risk that your horse may be lost due to a bug. We are investigating the cause of such a sudden degradation of this mechanic. Sorry for the inconvenience. Guys, do not be riding your horses across server borders. It happened again. It came back. The old bug is back. The original bug from last year. They know the cause. They know at least where to look, because they fixed this once before. Hopefully, they can fix this quickly. So, and there's server crashes that are happening right now as well, guys. They're working on fixing the problems. And then they put out the news that I'm talking about right now. And it says, reminder, please avoid crossing server borders on your mounts until we fix that bug. And there's he's praying. He's like, please. Arrakis is like, please, do not cross the borders with your horses. Be very careful, because you will lose your horse. We've gone through this. If anybody who's been in this game for like over a year, you know that you will lose your horse. Please do not do this. Get off your horse well before you're going to cross that server border. If you are in question, or whether you're close or not, just get off your horse. Put it away. Walk across the server border. Then when you know that you're across the server border, you can see where you're at on the top left-hand side of your screen. It'll tell you what server you're at. Then let your horse out, and then get on your horse, and then continue on. Please. Even better, just if you can hang out in your house for a little bit, in your server for a little bit until they fix it. They should be able to fix this pretty quick, guys. They know they've done it before. They kind of know where to look, so it should be fairly quick. It really is. So, and they said we're going to deploy another hotfix patch tomorrow during EU time. Should minimize the amount of server node crashes and the problems for players while crossing server borders. So Bobik thinks they know where it's at. This took like 2 hours. From the time they realized it was happening until the time they narrowed it down, 2 hours. I think they know what's going on. They should be able to fix at least the horse thing. Anyway, guys, let's get over to the one thing that everybody wants to hear about. And these notes came out today. New Horizons, Spears, and Treasures. Hey, Feudalist. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Here we go. Hey, Feudalist. This week, we have released a patch with a bunch of important bug fixes and some tweaks based on your feedback. Now let us tell you more about the 0.2.5 patch we are focused on that is scheduled for next week. Based on your feedback and our research, we have come out with some new features and tweaks which we'd like to tell you about this week. Skill raise bonus for your favorite gods. Along with common sacrifices and activities, players will be able to sacrifice experience to our gods. During the elections for the Archmanker and the Mac Thrid, the top 100 player favorites for each god will get an increased speed of XP to skill points conversion for the next day. So basically, you sacrifice your XP. If you're in the top 100, you sacrifice your XP to the gods, and then you'll be able to get faster XP the next day. They should do that across the board. It shouldn't be just for the top 100. You should be able to work really hard and sacrifice X amount of XP, and you should be able to increase the speed. That's what they should do. That's not what they did, but that's what I think they should do. Should be across the board. Fief size increase. You will be able to spend certain amounts of precious metals in order to increase the size of your fief by 1 tile in all directions. If you upgrade the 2 neighboring fiefs in this manner, you will effectively remove the neutral tiles between them and allow you to build bigger towns and castles without being afraid that certain parts will decay. So it's a new type of upgrade, guys. You can upgrade if you go and you get your fief and you get it secured, and you go out and you get another fief and you put an outpost down on it, and you've got the gap between the two, and you use precious metals on your first fief and you use precious metals on your second fief, I don't know how much they are yet because we don't have a guild set up, and you'll be able to boom butt them up together so that you can go ahead and make them in essence one fief. Now they won't be one fief, but you'll be able to build like they are, if that makes sense. So if you lose that your outpost and the other fief, and you got something built in between them, then you're gonna lose that space in between. It's gonna start to decay, and it'll eventually burn in that area. So be very, very, very careful about this because that's a trap. I can already see it. That is a trap that, unless it's permanent, I don't see how it can be permanent, because if you lose that second area, you're gonna have to get a third or a fourth fief to help protect your first and second fiefs. It makes more work for you, but you're going to be able to increase the size of your original fief. So I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comment section below about that. Military outposts, the only type of outpost that can be constructed on a distant fief. Slightly cheaper to... See, this is what I don't understand. The military outpost is the only type of outpost that can be constructed on a distant fief. What happened to all the other outposts? Can I not put them on the other outposts? Can I not put down a trading post now? I don't understand what this means. Slightly cheaper to construct and upgrade, though still will require a certain amount of effort. This outpost does not produce anything. Considered to be the main guild versus guild offensive outpost. Overseers and slaves will act as archers and will attack any player that does not can enter access onto the fief. If I don't understand what this means, so someone please explain in the comment section below, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why would they keep you from making other outposts? You need a trading post, and a trading post is considered an outpost. So I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something here. I probably am missing something here. So yeah, somebody let me know what this actually means. Instance battle totem prices lowered to 10 gold coins in combination with cheaper level 3 military outposts. This should kickstart the global wars for provinces. We'll see. I don't know. Centralized outpost support payments and god coins can be used to pay the upkeep. You will be able to use the god coins to pay for your monument and outpost. Also, you'll be able to open up the interface on your guild monument that will show the list of all your guild outposts. The interface will allow you to pay for them remotely, which you should have been able to do originally. I don't know why they didn't implement this. Maybe they didn't think about it. But, you know, sometimes if you own 3 or 4 fiefs, it's going to, you know, it takes you a minute to get from where you are to where you got to be. And sometimes you just want to log in and pay your taxes and log back out again. So, you know, you don't have an hour to ride all the way to the far end of your fief and then back again. So, yeah, it's good. Significantly lowered support costs for all levels of monuments and outposts to reduce the grinding pressures on our players. And that's all they say. Okay, so they just lowered the cost for monuments and outposts. I want to know how much they lowered it, guys. Anybody know? Anybody know how much they lowered it? Let me know. Boosted loot qualities from natives. Both guaranteed and random drop loot from natives will be significantly increased to make native villages more rewarding to raid or to ambush for those who are raiding. That's good. Inspired work boosters. We've promised that the settlers of Goodland will have the Pioneer Amulet for a month. We're going to allow these amulets to remain with their owners, but the special effect of this amulet would allow you to perform all the activities 20% faster will be removed. We're going to implement a premium shot booster, of course they are, where that will temporarily provide the player with the same effect. So we have the skill boosters you can purchase for God's favor. You have the combat booster you can buy for God's favor. Now they're going to have the crafting speed booster that you can purchase from the store as well. So of course they're going to add that. Why would they not? It's extra money in their pocket if somebody wants it. Options are good. Options are good. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I won't be purchasing it, but that's fine. Last but not the least, climbing mode and siege ladders. For all you people who were whining and crying for so long that we need siege ladders, they finally gave them to you, okay? There you go. You got what you asked for. Everybody's like, yay, we got siege ladders. But I suspect that it won't be what you expect. Mark my words, I expect it will not be what do you expect? They fought it for so long. They fought it for so long that I think Bobak is going to put a twist in here that you guys may not like. Just a suspicion, but I'm thinking, just mark my words. I think I'm going to be right. You're going to get your siege ladders, but you're not going to be happy with them. We'll see. We'll see. It says you will not be stuck in the bug death pits or high in the mountain pockets. The same climbing mode that will allow you to use steep siege ladders. Steep. That's the key word right there. To scale the walls. No more bark boxing and no more sleeping bags, but the proper siege ladders and siege platforms. Siege platforms sound really cool. Siege ladders sound like it's what you asked for. So good luck. And I cross my fingers and I hope that you are happy with them, but I don't think you're gonna. I think there's gonna be something about them that's gonna make it difficult for you to get up and over those walls. But let's go ahead and read the rest of this. As many of you are well aware, we had a spur of the moment PvP Ask Me Anything in our Discord a week ago about bark boxing into enemy castles outside of Judgment Hour. The result of this AMA was a poll that was running for about a week. I voted for it. If you didn't vote for it, then don't bitch about it. But if you did vote for it, a lot of people voted for it. So either for or against it. So do you want to change the rules on the Golden Land in a way that you and other players will be able to drop movable objects, bark boxes for instance, on an enemy fief outside of Judgment Hour in order to get over walls and raid? There were 5,000 votes cast. We have the following results. 42.4% said yes. 57.6% said no. That's almost a 50-50 split. So they really can't ignore that. If it was a blowout, it'd be different, but that's really, considering the amount of people on protectorates versus the people who are actually own fiefs, that number is not surprising to me at all. Because I mean, there are more people in the protectorate than there are with their own fiefs. So yeah, that didn't surprise me that the no won. We agree with the majority that it is good to have a relative safety inside the perimeter of your own walls outside of Judgment Hour. We have also not forgotten that PvP hungry players and have a sweet treat for them too. New siege ladders should make it possible to get over palisades and stone walls, even if they've placed on top of a heavy terraformed slope. That means that during Judgment Hour, almost all types of fortifications will be vulnerable to assaults using these siege ladders and the brave warriors that use them to get in and wreak havoc. Now, I said during Judgment Hour, guys. I don't think you're going to be able to use your siege ladders outside of Judgment Hour, because the whole reason for the poll was to see if things should be able to be placed outside of Judgment Hour, and the no's won out. So, but they are giving you your siege ladders as a consolation prize. Here is your lovely parting gift. I hope you enjoy it. This weekend, we'll introduce a brand new Bora Spear skins at the store for 25% off. Bora Spear is the heaviest of the spears. It deals the biggest damage of them all. Due to its finest balancing, it also has a quick swing, which will benefit you in the battlefield, in the arena, or out in the wild on a hunt. It's easy to build, starting from level 30 weaponsmithing. Now you can decorate it to your liking at a special price. I don't really care about the skin, but if you didn't know about the Bora Spear, now you know a little bit about the Bora Spear. It's 30 weaponsmithing. It's the supposedly the most powerful spear out of all of them. It's also the shortest, I think. I think it's a shorter spear. But yeah, Bora Spears are pretty good, actually. Speaking of hunting and more, this week the treasure hunt event is in full swing. We were blessed to see many of you participating and exploring the vast map for these chests. If for some reason you haven't joined in the fun yet, don't waste another second. Stay tuned into Discord for instructions and hints. Yeah, they have it every day, guys. They'll have it every day for a while now. If you have any feedback on the treasure hunt event or suggestions about future events, please message the Life is Feudal team about it. Make sure it's constructive criticism, guys. Don't just go and be a troll, okay? Don't be flaming, because if you are, you're not doing yourself any favors. Anyway, guys, so that's good. That is the patch notes. What do you think about all this stuff, especially the siege ladders? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm curious what you think. I think that it's great that they were able to implement it. They may have had a problem implementing it in the past. They figured it out. Or maybe they always had the ability, and they just didn't want you guys to have it because of whatever reason. But I have a feeling it's not going to be what you think. But anyway, guys, time will tell. And I will be playing Life is Feudal the MMO again today, probably on Twitch. It might be on YouTube. I haven't decided. But get over to my Discord. Go down below in the down below in the description. I have all my links down below with my Twitter and my Discord. And go ahead and follow me on those because I always tell you when I go live. I will be going live today. Hopefully, my trees have matured and we can upgrade our land. So anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do that right now. As I always say, I am my usual me. You be your usual you, and we'll see you in the next episode of whatever I'm doing. Well, at least Life is Feudal the MMO. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.